Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. Right now, I want to delve into, what is going on in our elections, and of course, talking about the new man in charge of INEC, Mahmoud has done his, taking a bow, and right now we have an Amupitan in the hands of affairs. Some are saying that this is a good development, that it may bring some innovation that we've not seen before. That's the electioneering, the processes and all that's in our election might just be tough because of the touch he's going to bring into the system. Some of the people that things will be the same no matter how you want to do it. After all, this is Nigeria. Even when Mahmoud was interviewed, he said, look, his innovation, the tech savviness right now of INEC, it can do little or nothing when you talk about electioneering, because he gave some good reasons. Vote buying. Yes, he talked about that. He was like, since he has left office, he brought some wonderful innovation, but they are inconsequential if Nigerians are not educated on the dangers of vote buying. That was one of the three reasons he gave why it would be difficult for Nigerians to really come out of any electoral misconception. Well, what do you think Amupitan can just bring to the table to change the narratives? I still have my guest with me in the studio, and of course we have Usman that join us virtually. Let me start off from Usman this time around. Usman, what do you feel about the change of guard in INEC? And of course we have Joash right now in position. Do you feel the wind of change, or is it the same wind you are feeling even the time of Mahmoud? Take it up from there, Usman.
The problem I have is that even though they bring, what am I going to say if they bring now? Even though they bring me or you, okay, let me not use me. Let me use you. You have integrity, you have everything, and they bring you to be INEC chairman. The problem is that rigging doesn't happen in INEC office in Abuja. It's from the ward, local government to state level. The only change that is going to happen in Nigeria is when Nigerians decide that they own this country. If we are still doing the normal way that we are doing, I don't care. No matter who enters government, will go survive. There's nothing that is going to happen. If you like, bring Jega again a second time. The only thing is that Mahmoud Yakubu's tenure, as far as I'm concerned, when you look at Jega's tenure, then you look at Mahmoud Yakubu's tenure, you will know that there is a big difference between light and darkness. Mahmoud Yakubu's INEC, by most Nigerians, was rated poorly, especially because of the 2023 elections. I personally believe that President Asiwaju won the elections because he was smart enough to get votes from every part of the country. But the point is that the way and the body language of Professor Mahmoud will give many people the impression that he did something fishy or funny. Because first of all, he announced the election. When he said he was going to wait the next day, he announced results by 4 a.m. at 3 a.m. in the morning. So the point I'm trying to make is that whosoever sits at the helm of affair in INEC doesn't matter. What matters is, and the head of INEC is not the one that gives electoral reform. These senates that we know, this one, they are not going to do any electoral reform. Just leave those ones. But if Nigerians decide that we want Asiwaju to continue in 2027, or we want Neda Imasuen to continue as senator in 2027, if they want, it is what they want that will happen. The day Nigerians decide no, that the power to elect their leaders lies in their hands, we have more than 100 million, no, we have more than 60, 70 million registered voters in Nigeria. In the 2023 elections, the people that came outside to vote were not up to 16, 17 million. No, they were more than. They were not up to 25 million persons. So if in a country that you have 70, 60, 80 million registered voters, and people stay at home and say we will not vote, our vote not they count. Peter Obi's election in 2023 has shown that if you want election result to count, it will count. Peter Obi came 6 months, 7, 8 months to the election and took Labour Party. Still got 6.1 million votes. PDP that has been in existence for 25 years with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar got 6.9. Asiwaju, political everything heavyweight, got just 2 point something million votes ahead of Obi. So if Nigerians decide and say we want to take our country and take it, but it doesn't matter who is the INEC chair. The INEC chair is in Abuja. Let's say, for example, the INEC chair is even a corrupt person and he wants to manipulate the whatever. It is when you allow him that he will be able to. Will the INEC chairman come and vote in my polling unit in Owa? Is the INEC chair come to Oluku to come and vote? The point is that Nigerians are not ready, and it doesn't even look like they'll be ready in 2027. So let's just continue to enjoy ourselves.
All right, I will come back to you. Well, comrade, somebody, you heard him. He said no matter who becomes the INEC chairman, it's the same old story, because after all, it's all about Nigerians, not about the head of the Independent National Electoral Commission.
I really liked what
Usman
really said, because, you know, Yakubu was an institution of INEC, an institution that he brought a lot of innovations, a lot of ideas, technically, digitally, to achieve a better electoral process. He did very well in that aspect. I believe people that believe that Yakubu did not do well are people most especially the obedient movements, because they thought Peter Obi should have won the elections. So they were the one that doing the social media criticizing and calling him all sorts of names. The man on his own did what he believed he can do best. And now, Amupitan is there, his son, a professor, very sound. From all resume we have read so far from him, I think we should have hope of more innovations of the electoral process to be more better for us, to be more transparent, to be more accountability. I think the man should be able to give it to us based on his resume. But I will also believe one thing, that rigging of election is not the head that does the rigging of elections. It takes place, as my brother earlier said, in the ward level, in the local government level, in the state level. And these are different individuals in those positions. How do you expect Amupitan now from Abuja to oversee the REC officer in Enugu, the REC officer in Oredo, the REC officer in Benue State? These are individual people. And I think the individuality and the corruption of individuality has always made most of this innovation not to be very successful. Because first and foremost, we have a lot of work to do with the politicians. We have a lot of work to do with the REC officials. Those at the polling unit, at the coalition centers. How sincere are they? How open and transparent are they about the procedure? Have they not collected kickbacks at the back? Have they not been bought over? There are many reasons to think. So we should not say Amupitan is going to perform a miracle. We're not going to see a miracle. The miracle we are going to see are the Nigerian citizens. We that would really want to come out to vote, irrespective of whether the vote will count or not, irrespective of being paid or not paid. Because there are even Nigerians that come to the polling unit. If I wouldn't get for me, I forgo vote for now. If I wouldn't get for me. So It is not just now the politician that is trying to buy the votes. The voters are looking for who to buy their votes.
Wow.
So, it is a thing of mentality change, a thing of a reorientation, more enlightenment to our people, most especially the youth, to be able to encourage them that, come, you should be able to, let me put another problem too, where most of these youth probably, they are not interested in the election in that makes sense, because they are focused on social media informations. They have been drained by the social media platforms. That proper news, like ITV, TVC, Arise, channels, all this program are only being watched by the elders. Very few for our youth. And if you don't watch all this national television, you cannot get the proper information about a government. You cannot know what the government is doing, because all you're going to see on the social media are what people assumes, manipulated, posted, either to negatively or positively. So you cannot get the proper information about what the government is doing. Because like now, the Tinubu administration, on the social media, you can never know how many roads is constructing at the moment. You cannot know how many farm industries is trying to build, how many silos is building, because it is not in the social media welfare. But you see it on TVC, you see it on ITV, you see it on Arise. These are local. They go down to give us the right news. Are you getting it? There should be more enlightening of our youth, more orientations in our schools, in the churches. We should be able to tell our youth, not just to go to the church and preach salvation. A healthy mind is who will have a better salvation. And how do you have a healthy mind? When you have a good governance, right. You have good amenities, you are okay. You'll be thinking of salvation.
So you are saying nothing will change, let Nigerians change?
Nigeria must change first before Amupitan will be able to perform miracle.
Let me come to...
That is my belief.
All right. Let me go to Festus. Do you share their views? Because for what Mahmoud said, he mentioned three things. I was talking about the other two, but he talked about vote buying. Yes, he mentioned the politicians also. No matter the innovation, no matter the tech savviness of INEC, if these are not really corrected, it will be having this null effect, as in zero effect, nothing to write home about. Take it up from there.
Do we actually need miracle for us to have a good electoral process? No. Ethics and value. We've lost it in this country. Yeah. I want to give you an history in Nigeria. There is a man that is worshipped, that the federal government came up and said, let's declare a day for him. I'll call his name, N.K. Abiola. He introduced the monetary politics to the Nigeria system.
But you can't prove this.
We have it. If you still go back to watch some of this clip, while he was campaigning, throwing away money, they're out there. The problem is this. We've lost value. We've lost ethics. In a country where a child of 16 would prefer to make money than go to school, there is a problem.
Yeah.
That same child will not go out to vote on election day, because his focus is to make money and be a better person. Let me shock you, Wincy. We are not progressing when it comes to ethics and value. We are retrogressing as a country. We used to be in a country where fathers speak the truth, but money have blocked a lot of their mouths. We used to be in a country where parents pilot the house, but we are now in a country where the children pilot most houses, not all. Research has proven that we are not progressing when it comes to the value we instill in our children as a country. Mahmoud gave all these analysis. He failed to tell us the truth. The problem will always be religions. Today, they are all in the church. On Friday, they go to the mosque. All politicians, they all have place of worship. you see someone standing up because the governor entered the church, the governor want to sit. So, governor, sir, come and sit. Then the sermon for today will change.
To make money.
To draw the attention of the governor to the project they want in the church, how to release funds for them, failing to tell the governor, you are not doing what you ought to do. Do you know why we pray a lot in this country? We lack basic social amenities.
Yeah.
That's why we pray because someone is sick. We pray to get visa. We pray to get employment. You are choosing an INEC chairman among these same people. Wincy, there is nobody that can bring miracle to Nigeria as soonest. Not until we go back and tell ourselves the truth. Value, ethics. Our belief system have changed over time. I grew up in a country, in a state, where we believe you earn. And for you to earn, you work. But now we see people that don't work, they are earning. We grew up in a society where, let me shock you on this. They'll tell you cannabis is bad. Federal government have NDLA that arrest people. But you have people within some security outfits that stroll along with it. All these things tells a lot about who we are as a people. You go to some other countries, you left your phone here, you come back and someone say you're looking for your full take. That same person, when he or she become the INEC chairman, you go and meet him and tell the person 5 million to divert to add vote to my people. Say no. A man that want to have 10 million and he has never been able to work for it. He has tried means to fraud people. All those means fail. You now make that man a resident electoral officer of a local government.
All right, you just hold on. We want to go for a break. When we return, you continue with this analogy, okay? We'll be right back after this break. Don't go away.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. Well, we're taking a look at the talks before Professor Joash is there right now in the hands of affairs, talking about the Independent National Electoral Commission chair. Talks ahead of him, talking about Nigerian electoral reforms. My guests are saying we should expect little from this man because of the system. Mahmoud gave 3 reasons why it's practically almost impossible, not achievable, if we can make it right. Despite the breakthrough in technology, now INEC about the beavers, people were still complaining bitterly about the process. And he said, as long as you still have vote buying, money politics, politicians wanting to have their way at all costs, no matter who's there, nothing will change. Well, first of all, making your point, please go ahead before we go to Isman.
So I was talking about the ethics and value.
Yes.
We are in a country where the best ringer have it all. All political parties ring election.
All political parties rig election.
All political parties. But no one is coming to tell you this. They all ring election. When you pack people to go and register, when you don't go on their own freeway, you've started the ringing. At the end, you see some political parties even having the voters card of these persons. They begin to call them. It's supposed to be a freeway thing. You understand? So, if we are going to get it right, let's first settle the ethics and value system within our community. If you are wrong and there are penalties for being wrong, you should fix it. That will serve as an example to the other person. Not when you are wrong, you bail yourself out. Have you ever asked yourself why they'll tell us bail is free, but we go to the police station and negotiate bail? Because we don't want to go to jail. We don't want to face the sentence. Now the corrupt policeman will not use that as an opportunity to enrich his or herself. So it is going to be business as usual. I guess some news are flying already. They said the present INEC chairman, as at 15, was already an OND holder, was cut to about 21. That's the Nigeria setting for you, where our dates are not in sequence. where manipulation happens in within almost all the families. So there is nothing new that this man is going to do. Nigeria will vote. The same person among the Nigeria decide who becomes the governor or the president. So if we want to get it right, first, let's have a rethink. Our religious home, they should wake up, face reality.
Right.
They should face reality. Speak the truth.
I'll come back to you. Well, let's go to Usman. It's like all of you are towing the same line, saying that nothing much should be expected from Prof, or may just have a heartache. Now, what do you think he should do differently to advise him? What do you think he should do differently?
Thank you very much. I don't think there is anything that he's going to do. The point is that, let me just give you a very clear example. I think the MD of ITV as at now is, I can't remember his name, but I know something Opasekisha. He is not going to come and teach you, Mr. Wilson, how to do your job. You already know how to do your job. The only thing he's going to do for you to make it better for you, to try and motivate you, to try and give you the enabling environment to do your job well. The INEC, the reason why somebody told me one time, allegedly, that President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has already won 2027. And I told him, if President Bola Ahmed has already won 2027, you will not see people in APC or people around him being afraid of the 2027 election. Everything that has to do with body language of everybody that is in APC is fear. What are they afraid of? If Nigerians will be able to rise up, they are not afraid. They are not afraid that they don't have money to buy votes if they want to buy votes. They are not afraid that they will be able to put a professor as the returning officer or whosoever. Their fear is if Nigerians will be able to rise up. The INEC chairman that they just put now, see, even though they bring who is the most honest person? I don't even know the most honest person I know. Even though you put that person there is nothing the person is going to do. They say that one exclusive news broke one time for whether Premium Times or who. Oh no, Omoyele news outfit that they want to print from EC8 a new from EC8A, so that's the one they will upload. So when they are uploading that from EC8A, the agent of PDP, the agent of ADC, the agent of Labour Party, they will give them sleeping pills to sleep. That is the problem. The problem is that you cannot rig an election, first of all, where you are not popular. And it is difficult to rig a general election. Even in Edo, with Monday will be everywhere in Edo. He will be in his ward in Owesan voting. The deputy governor will be in Ovia voting. SSG will be in Esan voting. Chief of staff will be in Auchi. Oshomole, the same thing. In my polling unit, I will be there. In people's polling units, they will be there. It is very difficult it is not a by-election where they are doing councillorship. I came into Edo, I think a day before they did councillorship election. I was shocked when one of my cousins told me that they are doing councillorship election. I said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yes." How was that? The reason why I believed him was because he was one of the electoral officers. If not, I would never believe. It did not seem as if they were doing an election. Those kind of elections are easy to write. Those kind of elections are easy to give out. But you see a general election where you have to do Senate, House of Rep, Presidency. Mr. Wilson, if Nigerians say, live there, it's Mr. Wilson that we want. Nobody can change it. So Professor Joash, or I don't know his name now. He's not. First of all, he's not a saint. He's a normal Nigerian like me and you. So there's nothing spectacular that he's coming to come and do. He's just going to do what Nigerians want. Nigerians want to continue to sleep. Professor Joash will continue to sleep. Nigerians want to wake up. Professor Joash will not have a choice. That's how it is.
Interesting. He's saying it's not depending on Nigerians. If you want him to sleep, he will sleep. Want him to wake up, he will wake up. I mean, so do you mean that he cannot do anything different from what Mahmoud has done to give INEC that bite of credibility, fairness in the eyes of Nigerians?
Well, it's not that he's not going to bring some innovation, definitely, because the innovations we have from Yakub, they are very perfect innovations.
But
the but is the human factor. Because
is it human or Nigerian factor?
Human factor, because in our African factor, let's put it African, Nigerian, human factor in our society of today. Because the beavers, the whatever, it is human being that is going to upload it. The IRF is the human being that is going to upload it. If the human being is not sincere, it is what he posted that you are going to read. It is what he enters into the beavers that you are going to read at as a result. So, it didn't have to do with we, the Nigerians. Because we want sincerity, we want a transparent elections, but those conducting the transparent elections are not transparent. I won't say all, I'll say some. Because we saw what happened with Alex Oti issue. You understand? Where the REC officer of the state said, lie, I will not change this result. The result we got is what I'm going to announce. There are still some sincere people among the INEC staff too. Not all are bad. But the influence of the unholy marriage between politicians and the INEC officials is also a troublesome one. Because in the first place, you come as a REC officer or INEC staffs, you are going to work at the polling unit. And it's the politicians is going to pay your transportation or transport you there and transport you back.
And that's part of rigging.
I don't know whether if I'm the one transporting the INEC official, you go and do something in your favor.
He did not ask the entertainment, the food.
Everything. What he's going to eat, what he's going to drink, is the politician that is responsible.
If he misbehaves, just leave him there.
The police officers that you come and do observation to see that it is well. It is the same politician that will buy them drink, that will buy them food, that will also give them money to go back home. Then how do you expect Amupitan to not perform a miracle? Then you look at the situations of our people. We still also need really a lot about our people. Like what Usman also said, the tenacity that our people don't really come out to vote, it is very bad. We still need to do a lot to encourage our youth, our citizens, because really, if the citizens come out to vote en masse in the way they wishes, it will be hard for a INEC officer or a REC officer to change the result. It is when there's a little difference in the margin, that's where politicians can play games.
Well, thank you so much, Samuel. We were pressed for time right now. Time is
because
up.
We have a lot of voters cards, voters in millions. Only thousands go to the session. So if they increase the vote to millions, you cannot doubt it whether it's the millions that did the vote or the thousands.
Thank you. Our time is up this morning. We've spoken at length about this particular issue. Well, from all I can summarize from all they've said is that we shouldn't expect miracle. That's the bottom line.
Not bottom line.
Our time is up. First of all, our time is up. So sorry about that, but take a look at the time that is far spent. I really want to appreciate Usman. Thank you so much for joining us, though. Virtually appreciate you. Festus, thank you so much for coming. And of course, Comrade Samuel, thank you so much for coming. I love your white outfits, I just
thank you very much.
Maybe next week I'll put on white
to
compliment today.
The will turn out to red and black.
Well, you have to pray for election umpire INEC. They have a new man right now. They have some first, but Nigerians are saying the same thing. If Nigerians do not change, they cannot perform magic. The power lies in us to do the right thing, make the right decision, and make sure that our election is all encompassing. We talk about free, fair, and credible election. It lies on the strength of the people. Come out en mass and vote. They find it difficult to rig. Amupitan is just but a single man occupying an office. He came to meet the office. Well, he will do his best, but the onus lies on us Nigerians to make him do his best the more. By coming out to vote and saying no to vote buying, no to die-hard politicians that want things to go their way. Come out en masse and vote. Try as much as you can. I know the economy is hard. That's mean the word try very hard to resist any form of come collect money, give me one vote. Say no to the money, go vote your conscience. I know it's difficult because of the current situation. I know, but just try. Let's just take that as a first step. Try to say no to inducement while voting. We'll do it again some other time. Bye for now.